Hello everybody, Huckrix here, just doing a quick update for the channel just to let you know that this week the Musty Wargamers will be returning for the show Thursday night at 9 Central Standard Time or 9 Chicago Time, 8 Mountain Time or 10 Eastern Time. So yeah, we're going to be having a show before Amigos. Hopefully, we're hoping Dan will be back with us at harvest time. You know, it's kind of like, we're not sure if he'll make it or not, or be in the field bringing in America's crops. All right. So, just to do a quick update for the channel here, you can see there's some Battletech stuff sitting on the table. A little bit of everything here. We got the new mercenary starter box and vehicles. You can see here, you can see the 15 mil big giant Mad Cat / Timberwolf in the back. Yes, call it a Mad Cat because for 10 years there were no clan names and stuff, so it's kind of hard to get that out of your head. Alright, so as we move over here, alrighty, as you can see, I got some mechs. Like got two different lances here, painted up in it's the gray scheme. This is like the 53rd Shadow Division for the Word of Blake, and I can't remember what division this is with the blue. So a little bit of everything here, as you can see. They get the job done. So there you go. So all I gotta do with these guys, I finished all the colors on them last night, so now the next thing I do is go through and put flocking on the bases, so give a little more contrast. Then you'll be able to see the legs a lot better, because right now they're blending into the base pretty good. But you put some contrasting green on there, hey, they just pop right out. All right. So you got that. I also been working on, you can see here, some Black Knights for the Vampire Count Army. I've been doing a little bit of work on them, but I've been focusing on the Battletech stuff here to get these out of the way. And then you got the vehicles. I got two different units here. The same thing, they go in conjunction with the mechs. So we got a fast, this is like the fast moving contingent. And then you got some fast moving vehicles. And then you got some slow moving fire support vehicles also in the back. You got some Ontos, Shreks, I think that's a Montuful, and Pike, and SRM carrier, along with a warrior that goes with the blue, and a HQ, mobile HQ vehicle to run around with. So yeah. And then in the back we have it's supposed to be like Kellhounds, and then we have the Zeta Battalion for Wolf Dragoons, that kind of color scheme, the Black Widows. So yeah, a little bit of eclectic group of models. These are for my brother, and he said, yeah, it's like if there's a double of a mech, just make it a different unit type. So that's why you're seeing three with basically, because of these guys right here. There's three of them, so I made three different units. Even though you got two half lances, but now there's other ones. We already painted a bunch of the other more mechs of that, so they've just fit right into the color schemes. And over here you can see there's some Hex Race back here. Been slowly working on them. I'll get those done. As soon as I get done with the Battletech miniatures, I'm moving on to finish off the Vampire Counts. That's basically the last bit of Vampire Count stuff I want to get, because obviously I have a couple Necromancers that need been finished up. Also, I printed off some 3D printed some elementals, so I'm going to have a stand of elementals, and I'm going to put a couple elementals on the the big guy over here. You can see this. So I got a couple elementals that are going to go on the stand. So you can see how big the Timberwolf is. So they're going to have a few of these guys on. And yes, that is the scale. People don't realize how big the elementals actually are. They're fairly large for game purposes. When you actually scale them up, they do come up to the basically the first joint of a Magcat. There's a picture of one. I think it's on the old compendium rule book. You see a beat up elemental standing in front of a mech, and it's like, yep, that's about right for scale. They are big, so they weigh 5 tons. So fairly large dudes. So they're able to just go out there and whoosh. And I have a couple here that I'm going to put on the stand over here. They don't stand up at all, but you know, it shows them rocketing out. So I'm going to have like a little diorama here with this. Got a couple of them are going to be jump jet, kicking their jump jets in. The other 3 are going to be in the front, and 2 are going to go on this space over here. So that's the plan for those. And I've been really thinking on when I finish the vampire counts, I've really been itching to work on my Chaos Dwarves. Yes, a big unit of Chaos Dwarf with fire glaives. Yeah, I need to get those guys primed up, probably do that today. And then these will be really quick because you got the armor. I'm debating whether to make this brass armor here, and then this is all metal, or steel. You know, so they're all encased in heavy equipment. So they gotta have heavy armor with their 5 save. So that's the plan for these guys. A little bit of Chaos Dwarf action. I do have a very large, I rebuilt my Chaos Dwarf army after, I used to have all the old metal models, and somebody took my case that was like, I had like a fishing tackle box, and I had slide out boxes that go in it, and they took the Chaos Dwarf box out of it, ran off with it. So that was a lot of Chaos Dwarfs. It was like 50 of them that disappeared on me. So time to rebuild the army. And I do have a bunch of Forge World models, so that I started buying, but man, that was expensive. It's like, when you think about how much Forge World was charging for their Chaos Dwarfs at the time, but like, hey, I think it was worth it. You know, I'd make an order of, you know, get something from Forge World, or go to Gen Con when they started showing up there. I just like, okay, I'm gonna buy a unit. It's like every time I went, I'd buy a unit of something and slowly build stuff up again. But yeah, I'd like to have a Chaos Dwarf army again on the table, to be able to just rampage slowly, like, we're moving so slow. Same thing that happens with the regular dwarves. 3 movement doesn't get you very far. You're basically the Chaos Dwarf gun line is with all their war machines and their fire glaives just banging away. And the nice thing about a fire glaive is that when they're done shooting, it's a 2-handed weapon. So yeah, they can hack and chop their way through some fairly large unit too also. So that's a good thing. All right, so that's the end of the update. Oh, not yet. We're going to do a little bit of expedition here across the way here. All right, so here is the Middle Earth strategy game miniatures. So I have 40 miniatures right here. This is the Mordor starter box, battle host box. So part of that one here. Got to finish putting these guys together, and some of them need to be fixed up. I picked this up off eBay for like 30 bucks. You know, all of them are already assembled, and I was like, yeah, what the heck, I'll do it. Bought those, so I got to do some repair work on them. And then I have an actual battle host box, Mordor battle host box. So I have that to go through. Okay, got some Sword Masters of Hoth right here. There's like 40 of them in here, in this box right here. I need to, that are painted up. it's amazing when you go digging through stuff, you find stuff. I have got this here, Moran and Orc Commanders box. These are fine cast, so I gotta wash those up and put them together. And when I ordered the off eBay, this group of miniatures, I ended up, I didn't realize part of it was a troll. So I'm thinking this actually might have been part of the Silligeth battle box. So they took, you know, the miniatures from there and gave me, you know, they kept the Witch King that was part of that one, and then gave me the, it's like I got the troll, so I got to put that together. So I got the troll, and so I got a fairly large amount of what do you call them, orcs for a host of Mordor. So get that going. So I have to put all these guys together, so that's part of the plan for after I finish the Battletech stuff, put those all together, get those primed, so then I can slowly work on. Sometime in December they're talking about a new edition coming out, so I was going to get the box for it, or the rule book for the game, and it was like, actually I'm going to hold off until, especially after Dan said, hey, I think there's a new edition coming out. I was about ready to pull the trigger and get a rule book, and they're like, after hearing that and looking it up, it's like, you're right, I'm not spending the 40-50 bucks to get a rule book. I'm just gonna wait. So there you go. And then here you can see, yes, that is 60 Lothran Sea Guard miniatures for the host of the High Elves. So yeah, there's a little bit of firepower here. So they carry spears, shield, and bows. So yeah, they can lay down some good fire, cause havoc. So that's another army that's going to be worked on here. I'm getting everything ready for Warhammer, the old world armies. I'm just getting them all lined up, primed, and everything, so then I can pull the army out, pull a unit or two out, paint them, and then maybe move on. It's like getting complete armies completely painted, and then I can just pull out an army if I want to and go to town on them. So that's the plan, Stan. And also, you're not going to believe this. It's like we're going on a tour here. Here we go. That's a heavy book. Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, the Heretics book. My son and his friends now want to play Warhammer, Horus Heresy. And my son goes, hey, Dad, you got any Horus Heresy books? Or not books, but miniatures we could use? And I was like, well, now you say it, I got an entire Mechanicum army that's ready to play. I have my Ultramarines, because all my Ultramarines are, gosh, say 60-70% of them are Rogue Trader miniatures that fit right into the Horus Heresy, because that's the time period. So I got all those, and then he picked up a few more models. So he's thinking of salamanders for his force. He's thinking of going Horus Heresy, the Astartes. So he went over to the Warhammer store and picked up a Contemptor Dreadnought, and a Tartarus Terminator Squad. So got some of that going on. So yeah, we have a few things in the house that they want to work on. But I told them, so if you want to get your army, you got to put them together, prime them, put some paint on them, and I might finish them for you, but you have to get them ready for play. So there you go. And I broke out some of the old, got some comics out too, doing some light reading while I'm sitting there doing nothing, watching TV. I read a comic at night. All right, so that's it. That's currently what's on the table for the channel. So hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you in the next one. Hellcrux out.